Hey guys, it's the Patient Hodler coming at you with another video, and in this one we are going to talk about the major gem exploit that has occurred on Veve and answer the question if I am worried about the whole project or about this incident, about my investment into Ecomi and or the Veve collectibles, and we are going to put that into context to answer that question in the end. But before we start, please keep in mind that I'm a crypto and NFT investor and not a financial advisor. So please do your own research before you ape into the Ecomi token, the Veve collectibles, or take any decision about your investment. Also, if you enjoy this type of content, please consider dropping a like, subscribe to my channel, and let me know what you think about that gem exploit in the comments below, if it is dangerous to Veve or not. Also, if you want to do more than liking, subscribing and commenting, consider becoming a Patreon. Link is in the description, or sign a channel membership to my channel. Either way, you will be eligible to get your unique mint number onto my screen with your name and your favorite collectible or whatever other channel image that you want. And by that I also thank my 6 Patreons and subscribers that I will display here as well. Your support is very important to me, and I thank you very much for all the help and creating this little community here. But with that out of the way, let's get started. So we have seen that a fraudulent behavior has led to hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of gems being created without any backing, without any actual fiat going into the system. And we have not yet official confirmation on how much that actually was, how much of this they could block out already, how much of those false and fraudulent gems actually have been spent. But we know that it is a bigger incident, and therefore the Veve team has taken the market down, has taken the market offline, has banned over 80 accounts to investigate the fraudulent gem transfers. So most of these accounts probably get unbanned, as it is not forbidden to buy gems OTC, but Veve has to protect the business, the company, and therefore probably they shut down all these accounts to see which accounts actually were the ones that committed the fraud. And this sounds all something, yeah, okay, we do that in the digital world, but the people that did this, they are facing jail time if they get caught, because this is not some stealing in a gaming currency or something. This is actual credit card fraud using exploit, whatever, in the system. But now the big question, is it dangerous to the Ecomi Veve project? And I want to put it in a context of 3 categories of things that happened to other big, large companies, but also startups. And the first category is a breach of security, data hacks, where people hacked into a specific system and stole the data of the customers, how much they spent, credit card numbers, full names, email addresses, and so on. So this happened to Snapchat, this happened to Instagram, and this also happened, and I think that is the best example for where it really hurts, to an adult content creator which is called Brazzers. So they stole the full names of the people that had accounts there and were basically consuming pornographic content. So that is a major breach of data security, and that is something that could be really, really harmful to a company. And it's something that has not happened in this case. So Veve was not hacked, at least to what we know, and there was no data or wallet addresses or names linked to any wallet stolen. So if we would have already done all our KYC, this could be a risk that our data could fall victim to something like that, but this has not happened. The second category is the one of hacking into a system and steal money, which happens to banks, but also stock and crypto exchanges and so on. So the best examples for this are the two crypto exchanges, KuCoin and Binance. And you might not have even heard about this, but in 2020 KuCoin got hacked and $280 million have been stolen. They were able to block a lot of the transactions out, but they still lost approximately $80 million and had to cover that for their users. But today we don't even know about this. I had to look that up because I'm not on KuCoin, and in my mind KuCoin is a solid exchange, a solid project, and something that I would just open an account and I would never know about this, despite that this was, I think, the second biggest hack in the history of crypto exchanges. And the other one is Binance, and also Binance has a very good reputation, and I think every one of us would think positive if they hear the word Binance. But actually Binance also has been hacked, and the hackers stole around 7,000 Bitcoin from Binance and approximately $40 million at that time. And also Binance went after that and helped discovering the people that were doing that. But if you put that into perspective, you have an incident that is similar to what happened to Veve, and on a way larger scale, but also happening to a way larger community or a way larger exchange and company. So that is this. And the third category of what can happen in such a case is the one of a major system failure. And especially in the early stages of a company, this can be a big problem. The best example, in my opinion, for this is SpaceX. SpaceX has been founded in 2002 and then just acquiring money to develop rockets and send them into space. And they had accumulated enough money to do 3 rocket launches. And guess what happened? The first launch caught fire and the rocket exploded. The second and the third launch were not getting into orbit, which is also mission failed. So at this point, Elon Musk was facing all money lost, nothing more in there from what was planned, and he got himself ready to one more try. And he said, if this fails, the whole company has failed. So he put in one more chunk from his own money so that they could make the final launch happen. That was actually a success, where they only had to change one line of code to make it happen. So a little change, a little thing that kept them from being able to succeed in the first 2 to 3 tries. So this is something that can happen as well. So now if we put what happened to Veve into perspective, so we had no massive data breach and therefore loss of trust from either licensors or users. We had no massive system failure in the sense that collectibles got lost, wallets forever burned or something like that. There are system failures, obviously. I think the bot detection system is flawed and still has to be improved. And we also see that the gem exploit might be a consequence of a misprogramming of the cash-in functionality. But overall, these companies that I named, they all survived this. And they had other problems, and they had long times to make their way into profitability and running smoothly and being the big company that they are right now. So to answer the question here, if I'm worried, I'm not. I think it is part and parcel of a first mover that is a startup, in fact, and we are going to make another video about this, if Veve is a startup or not. But somewhat a startup that is trying to disrupt a major market, and that is the market of IP-based collecting and collectibles. Now finally, I want to share with you something that I saw yesterday, and that is that also BitBoy Crypto, the channel, covered this topic, and he said basically the same thing. This is something that is a first mover problem. It is a bump in the road. I will cut a part of what he said into this video here so we can look at it together.
I mean, here's the thing, guys. I'm not, you know, this is first mover stuff. You know what I mean? This is first mover stuff right here. This is what you see when you know, you're in a cutting edge environment. You see these exploits. We've seen it on DeFi protocols. You know, we've seen it all in NFT platforms. We've seen it all across the board. These are things that happen. So you do have to be careful out there. But this doesn't mean that Veve is done or that, you know, there is a, you know, there's a fatal flaw. It just means they had a hiccup here and it sucks for them, but it is what it is. Here's a Veve website you guys can see here.
So in general, I share this opinion. Obviously, it's always valid to observe how Veve is dealing with that. And actually, this could be a chance because Veve can now show to everyone, to the users, potential users, investors and licensors, how they can deal with a major obstacle and problem like this. And I think they will be doing a good job and they will sort it out. But with that said, I'm already at the end of this little video. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think about all of this? Is this assessment something that you can say is correct? Or do you have another opinion on that? Or do you have additional information that I don't have? And yeah, let me know about this in the comments below. Subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to like the video. And wherever you are on the world, have yourselves a great morning, evening, day, night, or afternoon. Enjoy nature and the sun while you cannot access the Veve market. And yeah, see you in the next video.